Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've noticed, but over the last year, prices have been changing a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. It's been over a year since I've done a cost of living in North Idaho video. So today I am going to be covering the median home prices in the major towns in North Idaho, what the property taxes, car registration, cost of groceries for a family of four, all of the important information you need to know to decide if you can or can't afford to live in North Idaho. Stick around. Hello and welcome to another episode of Living Life in North Idaho. My name is Trent and I'm a realtor that has been in this area for 30 years. If you're interested in knowing more about what it's like living, eating, working, playing, and buying real estate here in Idaho, then this is the channel for you. Make sure you tap the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so every time I come out with a new video, you get notified. Now guys, every single week I have people just like you who've been watching the channel and they have a few questions that maybe I haven't answered in some of my videos, or they have decided getting moved to Idaho is something they want to do and they need someone to help make that happen. I absolutely love that, and that's why I'm here. So if this is you and you need a little bit more information, or you've decided, nope, we're moving to Idaho, reach out with a phone call, text, or email, day, nights, weekends. It does not matter. I am here to help make getting moved to Idaho a reality. Now guys, if you're like me, you have been looking at your bank account every month going, yow, that hurts a little bit. Prices are going up, and it doesn't even take looking at the bank account. Just drive around and look at some of the gas prices and you know that prices are going up. So we are not impervious to that up here in Idaho. So it is important, if you are serious about even just visiting, renting, or buying a place here in Idaho, you're going to want to know what it costs to live here. So the first thing we're going to start with is the median home cost. Now, there's a lot of information I have to go over, so I'm going to be looking at my notes. Normally I like to be polished and have all this stuff memorized, but not today. It's Friday, the weekend's coming, I want to get out and play. So, first thing we're going to look at, the median home price for Coeur d'Alene. Right now, it's sitting at $582,000 for a home here in Coeur d'Alene. For Sandpoint, which is about 45 minutes north, you're looking at $625,000. Post Falls, you're at $500,000. Hayden, $596,500. Silver Valley, $275,000. Now, before you pick up the phone and go, I'm moving there, that sounds great, remember that in the Silver Valley, there are a lot of mobile homes there, so that does bring that median home price down. If you are looking for an average 3-bedroom, 2-bath on 0.25 acre, you're more around the $475,000 mark. So don't get confused by that. Don't get too excited. I mean, it's still a great place to live, but it is more expensive than the median home price makes it look. Next one is Spirit Lake. Median home price, $530,000. You got Rathdrum, which is $490,000. And Athol, which is $675,000. Now, if you're not familiar where these towns are, most of these are within Kootenai County, other than Sandpoint. That's going to be in Bonner County. But everything is within 45 minutes of Coeur d'Alene. So Coeur d'Alene is what usually gets talked about in the news, that and Sandpoint. So just know when I'm talking about these towns, this is all within 45 minutes of Coeur d'Alene. So those are the median home prices, but what does that really mean on a monthly budget? Well, my very good friend James Patterson at Fairway Independent Mortgage put together some numbers for me. So let's take a look. Now, taking all the towns in Kootenai County and doing a median home price, you come up with $525,000 with 5% down, which is about $35,000. You have a mortgage loan of $498,750. Your interest rate at 5.75%. Now, this is based on a 720 credit score, and you do have an APR of 6.545. I'm not going to explain that on this video. It's a little bit complicated. Look up the difference between interest and APR. You end up having a payment of $3,439.16. Now, for most people, they're looking at that payment going, yeah, no, there's no way. I'm going to turn off the video now. Please don't do that. Allow me to explain. Median home price is similar to the average, meaning that there's homes that sell for less than that and there's homes that sell for more than that. So if that payment just doesn't seem doable, you need to go onto my website, livinglifenorthidaho.com, which is connected to the MLS, and you need to look at what the prices of homes are, because there are homes that are less than $525,000. It really is just going to depend on what you're needing and what you're able to accept for a home right now. Trust me, a lot of people think, I'm not going to buy right now. The interest rate's too high. I'm going to rent. Well, something that happens in the market is when people can no longer afford mortgages, landlords see that and go, well, I'm going to keep increasing my rent since those people don't even have an option to go and buy. So renting is not always the way to go. It is for some, but that is a discussion that you should give me a call and talk with me about. On to the next. What about the transportation costs? Well, as you know, like we talked about, the fuel costs are crazy. Throughout Idaho, you have an average fuel cost of $5.20. Here in North Idaho, it's right around the $5 mark. And you have to remember, living in North Idaho, if you want to go out and explore and go snowboarding and go see what Idaho's all about, you have to have an all-wheel drive or a 4x4. Front-wheel drive can get you around in the summer, but during the winter, good luck. It's not always so fun. So you're going to be looking at an average of around 18 miles per gallon for an all-wheel drive SUV. What does that mean? Well, driving from Post Falls to Coeur d'Alene every day is about 20 miles. So you're going to be spending about $6 in fuel a day. Now, Trent, what about a bus system? Isn't there public transportation? Yeah, there is. It's okay. I wouldn't use it. And I talk to people who have to use it and they say, it's not great. When I lived in the city, buses went everywhere. This is pretty limited. So you really don't want to move here expecting to not have to have a car. In the summer and the fall, yes, you can ride your bike, but those are only a few months out of the year. You really do need to have a vehicle living here in Idaho. Now let's talk about utilities. Utilities have been going up for everyone, but the good news is here in Idaho, we are still amongst the lowest cost in the union for utilities. Overall, you're looking at an average of $279 per month, and that is for gas, electric, cable, internet, and water. Now, obviously, you have a 5,000 square foot house out on the lake, probably gonna cost a little bit more per month, but my guess is if you have that house, you're not too concerned with that. Now let's look at registration for your vehicle per year. It used to be so cheap. I loved it. It was like nothing. It was laughable how low it was. But there are more cars on the road, so they had to increase registration prices so they can put that money back into the road. So for a new car, 1 to 2 years old, you're looking at around $70 a year. For 3 to 5 years, you're looking at $54 a year, and 7+ years, you are looking at $45 a year. And for whatever reason, they want to punish the people with electric cars. I don't know why, but you can add $140 to the cost of registering your electric vehicle, or $75 if it's a plug-in hybrid. I'm really not sure what that's about, but those are the costs. Next, let's talk about food. Now, I have 4 kids, a wife. We definitely notice the price of food going up. Here in North Idaho, it's hard to quantify because everybody has different diets. I try to eat very, very healthy. Some people are totally okay with munching on Cheetos and tacos all day long. I used to be there. My body changed. I can't eat like that anymore. Anyway, for a family of 4 yearly, you're looking at about $9,700 a year for food. Again, that is totally going to depend on how much meat you're eating, how healthy, is it organic, is it not? So those prices are variable, but I think that's a pretty good average to go off of $9,700 a year, which is monthly. 1, 2, 3, carry the 5. $808 a month. No, I didn't just figure that out in my head. I went on my computer and I typed it in. Now, how about eating out? I know people who are living in Southern California, in Seattle, and Portland. It's really expensive to eat out. Here in North Idaho, I don't feel like it's as costly. For me and my wife, we go out and have a very nice dinner with dessert, and it's about $70. Now, we don't drink alcohol very often. I don't at all, my wife very rarely. So if you do drink, you're probably gonna be more around $100. But again, another great way of cutting back on your budget. How about property tax? That is one wonderful thing about living here in Idaho. The property tax is only 0.62%, which is pretty low compared to some of the other areas. And what's even better is here in North Idaho, you have a $125,000 deduction off of your primary home. So whatever the value of your property is, take away $125,000 and then apply the 0.62%. Now I must say, there is no specific property tax rate, but that is the average based on homes that are on the lake, in front of water, out on rural land. It's an average of 0.62. So it might be a little bit different for your house, but typically that's pretty accurate. Now, some people don't include this in their cost of living, but obviously we have to have some entertainment. You can't just sit and watch Netflix all day, even though my 11-year-old daughter would love to. Something that's very common up here is skiing and snowboarding. So Schweitzer Mountain, for a lift ticket on the weekend, you're gonna look at about $100. Silver Mountain, you're looking at $66. Lookout, $59. And Mount Spokane, which is just over the state line and a really great mountain, by the way, $70. Now, during the summer, Schweitzer Mountain has summer bike riding on their trails, which I haven't done yet, but it looks really fun. Same as Silver. During summer, you can get a lift ticket for Schweitzer for $35, and Silver Mountain is $45, but you also get to ride their super long gondola, which is kind of cool. Another huge favorite for locals and tourists alike is Silverwood, our really awesome theme park located up near Athol, Idaho. $63 for an adult ticket if you order online. It's $10 more at the gate, and $43 for kids. Now that might sound a little steep for a theme park here in North Idaho, but it really is awesome. They have some really, really good roller coasters, and there's the water park, which my kids love. So something that we love doing is hitting the water park first and then going and drying off on the roller coasters. So definitely a good option for entertainment. How about going to the movies? That's still a thing, right? The pandemic didn't kill that. Anyway, it's about $14 for adults, $11 for kids, and $27,000 for popcorn. Now, something that you absolutely have to try if you've never done it, my wife and I did it recently, it's parasailing on Lake Coeur d'Alene. They put you on this parachute with some basically straps that act as a seat. The line goes out 800 feet and you're floating about 500 feet above the lake. It's really, really awesome. It's about $155 for a couple or $105 per person if you're just going solo. Highly recommend it, a lot of fun. Now, if you're like me and you hate spending money, you can always go to one of our 21 parks, wildlife refuges, fish hatcheries. There are a lot of places to go and explore here in Idaho. And if you get the parks pass at the DMV, which is $10, you don't have to pay for parking. So it really is very close to free. I mean, $10 for the season might as well be free. And you can also go and explore one of the 76 lakes that are within an hour of Coeur d'Alene. So there's always stuff to do in the summertime, and it doesn't all cost a ton of money. And even in the wintertime, you can still go get in the lake. I've done it. It's called polar plunge, or you can follow Wim Hof and do his breathing technique. I've actually been doing this for 2 years, and it's quite exciting. It makes you feel very alive. So that's it, guys, the cost of living here in North Idaho. I am going to provide the links to all of my resources in the description. So if you're interested in checking out any of these things that I talked about, you can go there and get more information. And if you are serious about getting moved to Idaho, reach out to us with a phone call, text, email, day, nights, weekends. It does not matter. We love talking to people about this place and helping them make their dream of living here a reality. And until the next video, guys, I will see you later.